Hi everyone and welcome to Sports Watch. If you like the content, please press the bell icon for further notifications and like, share and subscribe to the channel. India came back from the brink of defeat to win the fifth test versus England by 6 runs. It was the lowest margin of victory ever in test cricket. Such drama, such passion and such intensity, that too on the fifth day of a test match and the 25th day of the series, was simply mind boggling. They were dead and buried when Harry Brook was going all guns blazing along with Joe Root. On the other hand, the pair put on a partnership of 195 runs, and India looked down and out. Their shoulders had dropped, and the wind had been taken out of their sails. That drop catch of Harry Brook by Siraj at the boundary was coming back to haunt the Indians. They had played exceptional cricket throughout the series, and it's those little moments where they have failed to capitalize and led the opposition back into the game. But then again, like it has happened time and time again in the series, there is a shift in momentum. Brook rode his luck once too often and got caught by Siraj at mid-off, but not before scoring what seemed like a match-winning 100. Siraj, despite taking the catch, looked dejected as the match appeared to have slipped out of India's grasp. And with Joe Root still in the crease, it was an uphill battle. Root brought up his 39th Test 100, his third in consecutive Test matches, and England seemed destined for victory. But then the Indian fight back began. Prashid Krishna, who has been average throughout the series, leaking away way too many runs at crucial moments, finally stepped up when required. He bowled the clueless Jacob Bethel and then dismissed the centurion Joe Root. Now the game was on. India looked all fired up and England began to panic. All of a sudden, run scoring became difficult as the pressure continued to build from both ends. India finally had England on the ropes, and the body language of the players had changed. With 35 runs needed for victory, rain played spoil sport and the match was called off for the day. It was a total anticlimax. Everyone thought that India's moment had come and gone. The bowlers were in red hot form and England looked panicky. So on the fifth day, the fingers were crossed. A big effort was needed from India to cross the final hurdle. The conditions were overcast, the stadium was packed, and the players were up for it. The first two balls of the day disappeared to the boundary, and the target was reduced to 27. Then it was the Mohammad Siraj show. Having dropped Harry Brook, he took it upon himself to make amends. First, he dismissed the dangerous Jamie Smith caught by Dhruv Jurel of his first over. He should have caught Gus Atkinson on the very next ball, but KL Rahul dropped a difficult chance. But Siraj wasn't ready to give in. He kept charging, kept coming in, and dismissed Jamie Overton LBW before the wicket. The rub of the green finally went India's way for a change, as all the umpires' called decisions previously had gone in England's way. And Prasidh Krishna, on the other hand, was bowling some very fast deliveries as well. Seeing Siraj firing on all cylinders, Prasidh took it upon himself to maintain that pressure as well. Then he bowls an absolute peach of an Yorker to dismiss Josh Tongue. India could sniff victory. Out came Chris Wokes with his shoulder dislocated on a sling. Atkinson was looking to slog his way to victory. Gill had his players in a boundary to limit the damage. Atkinson smashed one to long on, and Akashdeep parried the ball for a six. The Indian supporters must have had their hearts in their mouth. It looked like the series was gone there and there. But Siraj wasn't to be denied. With 7 runs required for victory, he decided to take it upon himself and trust not even his own fielders. He bowled the perfect Yorker, and Atkinson's stumps were rattled. India had won, and it was only fitting that Mohammad Siraj took the final wicket in the decider. A lion-hearted cricketer, if there was ever one. He bowled 185 overs in the series, played every single match, steamed in every single ball. The ball which he bowled Atkinson with was his fifth fastest in the series, almost 90 miles an hour. Such heart, such resilience, such character won the hearts not only of the Indian supporters but also of fans across the globe. Even the English players applauded Siraj for his relentless pursuit for greatness. In the absence of Jasprit Bumrah, he took it upon himself to lead the attack, and boy, did he leave a mark. It's one of the greatest performances by an Indian bowler abroad. This victory will go down in the annals of Indian cricket forever. Don't forget, India had plenty of great performances in this match. That 66 not 66 by Akash Deep batting as a night watchman was a huge contribution. He was involved in a partnership of over 100 runs with Yashasvi Jaiswal. Jaiswal scoring 100 in the second innings, and not to forget the brilliant counter-attacking 50 by Washington Sundar at the very end. India scored 39 runs of their last wicket. Sundar scored 39 of them, while Prashid faced only 2 balls and scored nothing. That was a huge difference between the two sides. And India have played great cricket throughout the series. It would have been a travesty if England had won 3-1. It wouldn't have been a fair reflection of the series. India had England on the ropes for the majority of the series, but due to their inexperience and due to their ability to drop catches at important intervals, India lost some of those matches. Even the first test match, they should have won. They dropped 6 catches in that match. Well, England returned that favor in this test match, dropping as many catches as India did. But still, the test match at Lords, where Siraj was defending a straight ball and it rolled over onto the stumps. He more or less gets involved in those situations, and funnily, it was his chance at redemption, and boy, did he redeem himself. Shubman Gill, the captain, scored 754 runs in the series. It was the most runs by an Indian skipper in his first series away, and it was a statement. The next best batter was 200 runs behind. And don't forget the contributions of KL Rahul, who scored over 500 runs as an opener in England. Rahul is aging like fine wine. And Rishabh Pant as well, who missed the fifth test match, but he had scored over 450 runs in the series. It was his impactful innings in the first 4 test matches that helped India to cross the line in many of them. And a word on Ravindra Jadeja, the batter, 500 runs in the series at the age of 38. It was a remarkable statement from Jadeja. Even though his bowling wasn't up to the mark or he couldn't contribute much, his batting certainly was absolutely to the point. And even though Akashdeep couldn't do much in the final test match with the ball, it was his bowling in the second test match that won India the game. So India had plenty of match winners and India had plenty of performances. It is only fitting that the series ended with 2-2. It is a great advertisement for Test cricket. Test cricket is still the best cricket, and no form of cricket even comes close. Let me know in the comment section what you feel. And if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.